Picture books allow me to express my sense of wonder for the beauty around me. As an artist and writer, I'm lucky. When I travel, I get to be my characters for a little while. I get to see what they see and dream their dreams. I'm Lita Judge, and my book, Hoot and Peep, is about two little owls who live on the rooftops of Paris. It began with a painting trip to France. Sketching trips are a time for me to step away from my easel and be playful again, a time to work with new materials and push myself to paint new things. It's a time to see the world a little differently, even speak a different language, and immerse myself in a home away from home. It's exciting to begin a journey with a pile of blank sketchbooks. The anticipation I have is like being a kid again, waiting for Santa Claus to come down my chimney and fill my stocking with treasures. Only on this trip, I get to create my own treasures. I travel with no expectations of what my work will look like. I don't know what stories I'll find. I only want to explore the place where my characters will live. I've learned to trust that if I get to know the place well enough, a story will begin to whisper at me. The fun part of sketching trips is that you see things differently when you take the time to draw. You notice details you would never have seen by walking or even taking a picture, and the images stay with you. They work their way into your being, waiting to come out into a story. In Paris, I was instantly drawn to the mystery of the roof lines above me. The ancient architecture felt exotic and yet familiar. It almost felt alive with sweeping curves and gargoyles peering down. It even sounded alive with church bells ringing and pigeons cooing. During the day, I sketch what I see, but at night, I get to go back to the hotel and paint what I saw with my heart. That's the great thing about being an illustrator. You spend your life seeing the things around you, then mixing it in with your imagination. Like a baker making a cake, you get to make something so much more fun than just salt and flour and water. You get to dream up something new from the things you see in life. France is such a fun place to work. There are all these wonderful places to explore that give you windows into the world you want to create in a story. When I'm working on location, I feel like I've had one foot planted in the real world, drawing what I see around me, and the other foot is taking a step into a world my mind is beginning to create. Drawing like this is kind of a wonderful and crazy feeling because you are working so hard to capture the rhythm of the rooftop tiles and the eclectic arrangement of windows and chimneys, while your mind is already leaping to get a story that expresses your joy over these things. Nearing the end of the trip, the excitement just kind of crescendos as the treasures I was anticipating in the beginning have become real and the sketchbooks are bursting with paintings. Then I know it's time to go home and begin building a story. After I return home to the studio, it's always a bit of an adjustment because I have to turn inward after spending all that time absorbing the world around me. But this can be the most rewarding part of creating a book, because I can begin to weave words and pictures together into a story. Hoot and Peep is an expression of joy. The two little owls in this story are brother and sister, but really, they are me and my husband, who is my best friend and travel partner. It's my love song to him for the life we spend together creating art and books. Stories are one of the greatest art forms we have as a culture to connect with one another. I feel lucky to have found a way to create them.